Welcome back, everybody, for another message of hope. Today's is going to be centered on what do the animals want to tell us? What do the spirit animals want to tell us? What spirit animal wants to come through? And we're going to start off with Colette Baron Reed's spirit animal deck. As always, this is take what resonates, leave what does not. Simply intended to be a light-filled, hope-filled message to support you in moving through your day, but also help you to trust more in whatever intuition you are getting. And if you enjoy this, I want to say thank you for being here, and please consider giving the channel a subscribe, a like, a share, any of those kinds of things. They always help out. So let's first start off with a message from a spirit animal. Which one wants to come through? And we'll let that be the guidance for the rest of the reading. At least to get started, I guess. What spirit animal wants to come through with a message? Okay, I think it's this one here. What do we have? Oh, we have cat spirit, claim your independence. Love that. And this is number 13. And it's a cat with a lot of, wow, it's got like the cat has butterfly wings on it and some Native American feathers, has an amethyst, but also blue, like aquamarine crystal. And the third eye space has a heart on it. That's really beautiful. I love that. Claim your independence. Okay. Let's see. Let's see then what wants to come through with the tarot on this one. I hope you're having a good day, and whatever you got going on, that this can be a ray of light and upliftment and, of course, hope for you. Okay, let's see. Past, present, future. What wants to come out for the past position? Ooh, look at that. Before anything. Okay. Is that the only one? Yeah, it was. Okay, and for the present position. Okay, so fun. I love when they jump like that. In the future position. Okay, hello. That one's already creeping out. Let's see. Is there another one for the future position? Is there another one for the future? Wow. Okay, we got 2 extras there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pause this really quick. Just take it in. I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I just took a moment to take the cards in and see what story, what cohesive message starts to show up. And in the past position, we have suffering and silence. In the present position, we have new beginnings. And in the future position, we have 3 cards. We have mental conflict upside down. We have solitude, and we have hope, literally hope. Okay, so what I'm seeing come through, and I know I don't always show the cards right away because they don't always come, they may not always translate as clearly by just showing you the cards. So that's why I want to paint the picture. What I'm initially getting, and it's interesting how it connects to the cat spirit card, is that in the past, you may have felt like you were kind of separate from everyone else and kind of watching everyone else off in the distance, living their life, manifesting their dreams, having fun, doing their thing in the world, right? And maybe it was kind of like they're over there having all this great time, and you're over here all alone, potentially suffering in silence, maybe feeling left out, maybe feeling like you don't have enough of the same resources, or just that what you do have isn't enough. And maybe it's felt like, you've been in that space for a very long time. And as I tell this, I know I've said this before, but I'll just say it again. I do a past, present, future just to give us some context of a journey that one may be on. So you may find yourself at any stage of this. And if you identify with still being in this space, suffering in silence, then this may really be a message of hope for you to to see, what could potentially be on the horizon for you. Because these all messages are also not predictive. It's always about you, you choosing. I want you to feel empowered and knowing that you have the say over your own life and where things go. This is just adding some light to a journey that may resonate for you. And sometimes when we are in a space of suffering in silence or just overwhelmed frustration, it's not as easy to be able to see the hope element of something, right? So, and there's lots of ways to shift out of that. And this is just something fun I do to aid in that, if you find that useful. Okay, then we see, oh, and the hair is doing something now. Then we see that you decided to embark on a new journey. You started to take some new steps forward rather than just sitting at the top of this, I don't know, do we call it a mountain? Rather than just sitting at the top of that and watching, right? Watching everyone from a distance, you decided to embark on your own journey. And see, she's got a rod in her hand there. You might call it a walking stick. And there we go. There's that same rod, right? She's taking what she has with her, letting it be good enough and moving forward. And then in the future position, so I see a couple of things. I see that, of course, awesome sauce, right? The message of hope is that there's hope. The message of hope is that there's light. The message of hope is that you were able to create something new for yourself, and you're no longer, excuse the hair, my goodness, you're no longer in this position, looking from afar. You now have that light that's off in the distance back there, that sun, a sunset. That light is now in the palm of your hands, because you made things happen yourself. But I think it's key to note that, see, we have here mental conflict in reverse. What I want to say is you may actually notice that as you're moving forward, I'm seeing progress and taking strides forward, you might still feel like you've got some of this mental conflict happening along the way. But by the time you move further along on your journey, you're not going to be that stressed, that overwhelmed, that maybe even feeling lost, maybe feeling left behind. You no longer have as much of that happening. And that a good portion of that may have come from you going within. This card is called solitude. You going within, but could also be a degree of you actually studying and gaining wisdom, learning more about, could be anything, right? Maybe it's you going back to school. Maybe it's you simply learning more about yourself. Maybe it's, this could be you having taken time to meditate and go within, which is a very personal, solo experience, right? And as I say that, we can do guided meditations, which aren't as solo, but nevertheless, no one else is ever going to be inside you to fully have your experience of anything. And meditation is definitely one of those things where it's a you experience. And so this time that you've taken to go within is going to support you in going from this mental conflict in the upright to in reverse. You're releasing those burdens. You're releasing all that stress and allowing the information that you receive, whether it be from your own intuition, your own guidance that you receive, or maybe it's from reading some books, engaging in some sort of formal education, and then realizing, look at that, you've created a whole new experience for yourself. Okay, I'm going to fix my hair because this is kind of bugging me. Give me one second. Okay, I'm back. And I also want to point out that this was you in the past, and this is you in the future, right? So in the past, she's looking, we could look at this two different ways. I see this as she's looking behind. She's looking to the past. And here she's looking to the present. She's staying in the present, looking to the future, staying in the present, that kind of thing. Yeah. And look at that pillar behind her. I don't think I've ever really noticed that. Yeah, this is a woman who takes better care of herself. This is it's kind of like representing, if we're coming out of mental conflict, it's kind of like coming out of this state of like, look at all that background, right? All that, it's just like dingy yellow and brown. It's not really appealing, right? And yet going within and now seeing this beautiful array of colors. This is a woman who is feeling more balanced, strong, and whole within her. And I guess the other reason why I wanted to show these is because they're both number 9s. This could be you going from someone who maybe wasn't as, I'll just use these terms. I'm sure you've heard these terms, right? Wasn't as awake, right? Or as aware, just kind of living more of the human experience, right? And then this situation, the suffering and silence and all of that may have led you to, to end up realizing you're on a spiritual journey. And there we've got that 9 again. And now we've got someone who is more in tune with her spiritual guidance. I don't want to say someone who is now connected, because we always have connection. It's just whether or not we are fully awake to it, aware of it. This is someone who's aware of it. And she's not fighting it. It's nothing to fight, right? This is everything it's a beautiful gift for her. And so, yeah. Okay. So I'm just taking a look at the cat spirit, claim your independence. Yeah, it's right. This is someone who's disempowered. This is someone who's disempowered and, wanting other people to, like wishing things could be different, but not really taking much action, not really being empowered about it. And this is someone who's saying, you know what, I can do something about it. And this is what I'm doing. And I end up with this. So if we go back to, claim your independence, and cats are also very feminine. I was going to say, this is someone who, she's owning and she's embraced her femininity. And as I say that, we all have masculine and feminine inside of us. So this is not it's an imbalanced, skewed form of femininity or masculinity, but it's embracing all the strength and the wisdom and the love and all of that you as a feminine. And again, take what resonates, leave what does not, because you might be going, I'm not a feminine though. Okay. So maybe this isn't your story, or maybe it's coming, if you are a masculine, and this isn't about gender, right? So it's what you identify with. If you identify as masculine, then, or just the masculine within you, this would be more of a, coming into balance with your feminine side, not leaving that behind, not saying, well, I'm going to go with a cisgendered, masculine, heterosexual man. Okay. If that's what resonates for you, not saying, well, I'm a man, right? I'm a man, and therefore, I don't do certain things, or maybe I don't pay attention to my emotions, right? Or I don't do things that women are supposed to do, right? This is you saying, look, I'm not fully owning all of who I am because of this mindset that's keeping me locked into only one side of who I am. You choose to claim your independence from those limiting beliefs that can keep you held in a holding pattern, and embrace it and emerge more whole, more united within yourself. Okay. Yeah. And I mean, in this card, I tend to see it as someone who's of two minds, right? So if the example I just gave resonates for you, then could be a, coming together, coming into alignment of the aspects of you that are masculine and the aspects of you that are feminine, and knowing that there's space for both within you, one individual, regardless of labels and titles. It's about you coming in harmony with the aspects of you that are, externally giving and internally receiving. Anyway, I'm using masculine and feminine type terms. That's all. Okay. Let's pull a little more. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck first, right? Let's look at that. The universe. Yeah, this is about you feeling whole, about you feeling whole and trusting your guidance, about you allowing yourself to be fully seen, and not just allowing yourself, but you fully seeing yourself, all of yourself, not denying parts of yourself. Um, and the energy is just popping when you're in that space of feeling more aligned and balanced within yourself. That's you living in the present. All these lights, see those little sparkly dots and lights around you. I'm going to say that's you. You hold them in the palm of your hand because you are embracing your power. You're not denying. When you deny an aspect of yourself, it's like you're not working with all the right tools. You're not working with everything, right? But when you come into balance with the expanded awareness of who you spiritually are, you're in the present and your power is more potent. So that is wonderful. Okay, we mentioned self-care, right? I mentioned self-care as we were looking at this one. So we want to pull a self-care card and see what comes through. Because if this resonates for you, maybe that's something you're working on. And feel free to let me know. I always love to hear from you and how these messages resonate or what comes through as you watch and listen to this. And so let's see what self-care message wants to come through. There we go. What do we have? Oh, I love this one. It says rejuvenation. Rejuvenation. It says get a good night's sleep. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. Get a good night's sleep. I'm laughing because, I know there's a little bit of this for me right now. Anyway, so we've got a girl who is actually, she's sleeping right next to the ocean, and there are steps down into the ocean, which could be, like allowing yourself to take those steps into, the deeper spaces within you, right? Maybe you're revisiting past trauma or past memories, and you're trying to see things through a new lens. You're trying to process some unresolved emotions that keep resurfacing, but maybe not resurfacing in the best way possible, or resurfacing when you least expect it. You're just trying to work through some stuff from the past. And so this is saying that you can do that. You can do that, and you can go at your own pace, because she's also sleeping in what looks like a snail's shell. And of course, that could be that could resemble possibly some other, I don't know if I'm using the right term here, mollusk or other sea creature. But of course, what comes to mind initially for me is a snail. And what do we all know about snails? Snails go at a snail's pace, right? Snails are slow, and they stick right as they go. And it's like, it's kind of like a long journey. However long your journey has been, it's okay to go at your own pace. It is okay to go at your own pace. And it's also okay to come out of your shell. To make sure you're nurturing and caring for yourself, and possibly through sleep, as you go through your journey. Allow yourself to be rejuvenated, right? It's not just all about, all the inner work. It's like, you got to, renew your spirit, right? Maybe this is calling to you a visit to the ocean, right? Let the ocean water cleanse your spirit, or just any body of water, a lake, a river. I'm going to even say a pond, maybe stand by a fountain and allow just like hearing the fountain, like, right? It's so peaceful. Just hearing a fountain flow. Could be drinking more water, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm also thinking of meditation. So some people prefer to meditate at night. Some people prefer to meditate in the morning. Either way, both are linked to sleep, right? And so maybe about incorporating a meditation practice at morning or night for you, and just allowing your body to rejuvenate with more of that peace of mind and clear headspace. And with meditation, if you're new to meditation, go at your own pace. Yes, meditation absolutely works. And yes, you may not feel that way on the first try or the second try. When I first started meditation, I was like, no, I don't get it. What, like, why do people like this? This isn't working for me. Too much going on in my head. And over time, I found how it best works for me. And I don't have those same feelings anymore. Right. So I think it is something that's really good to stick with and continue to practice it and try different ways. Guided meditation, use music or certain sound frequencies to assist you. Even just do it with your breath, right? It's not about completely stopping your thoughts. Okay, I could go on and on, and I'm gonna kind of stop. But it's finding that peace within yourself, allowing your thoughts, and then redirecting your focus, coming back into the present moment. And the more and more you do it, it becomes so much easier. I promise, it really does. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, look, we have self-love right there. Okay, let's see what else though. Is there another self-care message that wants to come through? We have two. We have power. Own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. Own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. Hello. Own your power. Claim your independence. Oh my goodness. I love when they do that. And then we have support. It says, offer your support to someone. Experience the joy of serving others. So what I'm getting here is that you are both supported, but also this is reminding you that when you're in a space, feeling down, feeling frustrated, feeling isolated, alone, overwhelmed, whatever it might be, especially if you're feeling, isolated and separate from others, right? One of the best ways to start feeling better and get out of that is to go be in service to someone else. Volunteer somewhere, do a kind deed for someone. Just do some nice things for people. It's going to help you to step out of this mental conflict of whatever's going on in your world that maybe you feel consumed by. This is going to help take you out of your space and go, wait a second. Okay, let me release some of that, right? Let me go be of service to someone else somewhere else. And in the doing that, you receive some freedom and liberation because you chose to shift your focus. And you also, you receive those good feelings. When we help someone, it feels good for us too, right? And they get to feel good. It's mutually beneficial, and that's okay. We're not talking about someone who's doing something to get something, right? Just to get something. That is inherent within this, but it's more than that. And I'm just trying to think of a better way to explain it, right? It's not like, well, I'm going to give to this person because, well, then I expect them to give to me. No, that's not what we're talking about. You're going to, if this resonates for you, right? It would be like let's say you go volunteer somewhere. That person's not expected to give or do anything for you whatsoever, right? But you receive the sheer enjoyment and fulfillment of having helped someone else out, of having done good in the world. That energy you put out comes back to you. And, I want to say, allow it to come back to you. We could look at this one, the rejuvenation, and say, see that ocean right behind her. So much is wanting to flow in. and yet it can't reach her because she, there are steps to get up to her. She's lifted above all of it. Allow it to come in. So I know I'm using this card as two different types of metaphors. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, and there may be something with butterflies. I'll just say that. I feel like I'm seeing a few butterflies now. So let's move on. I'm just going to pull from a few more decks and then we'll wrap this up. I was actually thinking it would be fun to pull another spirit. Well, pull from another spirit animal deck and see what additional animal wants to come through in support of this message. So let's see. Is there another spirit animal that would like to come out in support of this message? Well, okay, two things. I'm already getting something. We have Raven, confidence. It says, you are encouraged to disconnect from the physical or materialistic plan and move to the spiritual realm. You have a deep spiritual connection, which you mustn't ignore. You are on the brink of transformation, and your divine purpose may be revealing itself. So, yeah, this is awesome. So if you identify with this, suffering in silence, kind of feeling distant and away from everybody else, you may be in a space when you're in this place, right? In the thick of this and nothing else has happened yet. You may be thinking like, oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? This is horrible. Like, how do I get out of this, right? This is telling you you are encouraged to disconnect from the physical or materialistic plan. So sometimes we have life situations that lead us to feeling like this, and yet it's for a reason. It's for a reason. And so that's why you want to go within and do this inner work, because through that, you're going to find the reason. And it may be possible that you already know, but you're avoiding it. I don't know. Only take that if that resonates. Yeah, it's saying, and move to the spiritual realm. You have a deep spiritual connection. Just like I was saying earlier, you already have that connection. And it benefits us all when we take time to intentionally and deliberately connect with that, which you mustn't ignore. You are on the brink of transformation, and your divine purpose may be revealing itself. You might also, maybe birds that have some significance for you. Ravens or crows are known to be very smart animals. Okay, the other thing that was showing up for me is, well, it was actually on the cover of the box, but it's the same as the back of the cards, is there's a lion. Notice the lion's image right there. So you can see my face. Notice the lion's image right there, radiating outward. Oh, and once again, we have butterflies. Yeah, so you may very well be in a space of you are just simply in the cocoon phase right now. That's what this can feel like. It's like being in the cocoon phase can feel dark, scary, alone, all of that. And yet it's part of the transformation process where we go within, we shed the previous identity, whatever it may have been, and then we emerge renewed. And so where the lion figures in with that is you may identify with being a cat growing into a lion, a lioness. The cat and the lion, evolving, growing, maturing. And then what else was I going to say? Yeah, something, I mean, I think it's also interesting that we have the cat and the raven, right? The cat and the bird. Well, I guess I'm thinking more of cat and mouse. Hmm. Hmm. You know how like cats, uh, in images or movies or whatever, right? We'll see, well, and or if you have a cat, right? If you have a cat and bird, um, you know, there's the cat sitting by the bird cage, just waiting for, like the bird to come out, or it wants to catch the bird or something, right? Now, who knows why? I mean, there's probably something out there that says why cats want to do that, right? What I'm getting right now is that what does the bird have that the cat does not? Wings, right? Wings to fly free. And that's what this person is also looking at in the distance. In the distance, I don't know if you can see it, there are birds like seagulls. I don't think you can see it. Okay, you might be able to see it now. Yeah. Right? Is looking at all the people flying freely in their life. And so there may be some sense of, I don't like to use this word, but I'm going to say it anyway. There might be some sense of maybe jealousy, or just, you know, how come others get to do something that I don't, right? Or that I can't, right? And I want that. I want more of what they have, right? I wish I could just like claw at it and capture it. And yet, here's the thing. This very card, this bird is saying, you mustn't ignore it. You are on the brink of transformation because, hello, this cat already has wings too. Do you see those wings? Oh, wow. I'm seeing a face within this as I look at this right now. That's crazy. Let me point it out. See those wings right there? The cat has wings. Okay, and as I'm looking at this right now, I'm also thinking like, well, okay, there could be some aspect of, I don't know, someone on the other side, right? Like someone who's already transitioned back over to the other side. There could be some element of that somewhere in this for you, if this resonates for you. But more so, I'm seeing this as, in the present day living world here on Earth, the cat recognizing you already have wings. But if you ignore them, if you deny them, then yeah, you're not going to be able to benefit from this, how the wings help you to fly. That spiritual connection can help you to fly. Okay. I love how this is going deep. I hope you are too. Let me know what you think. Let's pull a couple more, and then we're getting a little lengthy here, but whatever. Let's see. And you know what? I think I'm going to read from this deck has, we're going to pull from Spirit Oracle. Taking that beautiful tree. Look at that beautiful tree. I love it. Okay. This deck also has a booklet. I don't think I've ever looked at the booklet because I feel like the cards are self-explanatory, but I think I'll look at the booklet too. We'll just see what else wants to come through. So just to further expand on today's message, feel free to take a deep breath with me here and now. And let's see what additional message wants to come through. What additional message wants to come through for all those who are resonating with this cat spirit message? You know what? Okay, there's a card that's peeked out twice, and oh my gosh, look at this. So this is the one. Okay, so I haven't seen this before, but it's beautiful and it's catching my attention. We have good news. The back says, good news is coming your way. Something beautiful is manifesting. Dance above the clouds and celebrate all the wonder and beauty in your life. How awesome is that? Okay, this is beautiful. I love it, love it. So this to me, so notice the beautiful flowers on the bottom of the card, and then notice the clouds, and it's like it's raining. But I will say the clouds also actually look like jellyfish in the sky, kind of like the ocean. So rather than keeping all these emotions or all these manifestations, all the things that want to flow to you, rather than keeping them at bay, you're owning more of who you are, allowing that divine connection to come through. And now the ocean is just pouring down on you. Like the floodgates have opened, watering all these flowers that are blossoming. Like this is like restriction. This is compartmentalizing, right? Like this part of my life here and that part is over there, right? Trying to keep things separate. And sometimes, life finally has to give us situations that feel like this, because it does not benefit us to keep trying to keep things at bay or separate. That can work for a little while, right? But ultimately, at some point, if we've got that unresolved stuff, it's gonna creep back out. Okay, so this is beautiful. So let's take a look. Like, hello, like, see, that message already feels very explanatory. And okay, so never mind. I was mistaken. The booklet actually does not elaborate on the cards. The booklet just actually talks about the deck. So never mind. Okay, hello. Hope. Good news. Hope and good news are on the way. And it's simply about you tuning in to have that spiritual connection, recognizing your own wings. You already have wings. It's your time to embrace them, to come into alignment with all of yourself, right? Rather than looking off at everyone else and saying, why can they fly and how come I can't? You reclaiming, owning what you also have, just like everybody else. Allowing yourself to own those wings and take flight. And let's pull one final card. I'm going to pull from the Messages of Life deck. And let's see, one final message. One final message to round out today's message of hope for you, if it resonates. I don't think that's it. Okay, let's see. What's the message of hope? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. What's the message of life for today's message of hope reading? Okay, well, I guess we got two. So, okay, the first one says, God sustains me. I think we got this one recently. It says, as I turn each day over to God, my worries ease and my resistance softens. In the arms of God's love, I find inner peace, even in challenging times. Today, my faith provides me with great strength. I welcome all that comes my way, knowing that the love of God sustains me. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, we talked about meditation being able to help ease your mind, release that worry and overwhelm. And this is also saying, as I turn each day over to God, surrender those worries, surrender the trying to figure everything out, trying to process and heal everything or whatever your situation is, right? As you surrender, my worries ease and my resistance softens. And the way I like to do it is, this is what I found very helpful, is it's not enough to just go like, okay, fine. I surrender it all. Like it's not fine to just, I want to one second. Okay. what I find most useful is actually saying out loud, I surrender, I surrender my burdens to you. I surrender all this stress. I hand it over to you. And, thank you for the guidance and support that you are lending me. I find that actually saying it out loud, if you need to just say it in your head, then say it in your head, but say it in your head intentionally rather than just going, okay, fine, I surrender. But you're not really tuning into that energy, right? I think we tune into like really meaning surrendering something or whatever it is we're saying when we actually say it versus just, okay, that sounds good. Why isn't it helping me? Well, because maybe you didn't actually surrender. I hope this is making sense. I feel like I'm talking in circles. Okay, what's the second one? The second one is the eyes of the heart. Well, this is pretty. The eyes of the heart. I don't think we've gotten this one yet. Let's see. Oh, maybe we did once before. Today, I perceive the real beauty of every person I meet. With the eyes of my heart, I see behind the personality and focus on the energy of love that dwells beneath the surface. I am filled with wonder at the presence of God in every one of us. The eyes of the heart allow me to see the divine shining everywhere. Wow. And in the middle of this, notice that bright light, and notice there's also a bird. A bird fully aligned, living in the light of love, divine guidance. Yeah, feeling fully aligned and lit up. Yeah. Just talking about this type of energy with a coaching client earlier today about how it's kind of like when you've been doing your inner work and you've been doing a great job on you, right? And then at some point things kind of flow into finding more ease and peace with the relationships in our life and recognizing we cannot control, we cannot change anyone else. Right? So if there are certain people or situations that we want to still have in our life, then it always benefits us to see everyone through the eyes of love, right? The eyes of the heart. It benefits us to do that with everybody. But it kind of might be a little extra emphasis with people that are challenging in our life. But I will say that when you do that, you create change not only in your life, but also, again, there's always the ripple effect. So as you allow the things that are challenging for you to soften, you're exuding more of that softened, accepting energy around you for others to be able to tap into and receive and incorporate more into their life as well and their relationships, right? All of it. But it all starts from you coming into alignment with you and having that open heart. And then it's going to have that ripple effect of love in the world. So anyway, I really liked this. This to me is a message about you coming into, the next level version of you 2.0, or you might be like, no, Kim, I've already had my 2.0, my 3.0, and I get it. I completely get it. So you give the number, right? Maybe it's you 11.0. Maybe it's you version 13.0, right? You're never too old. It's never too late. And you already have everything you need within you. And if you aren't sure what that is, then it might just be like, that's the next step. To take that time, the time that you have where you might be feeling alone, isolated, or even possibly rejected. Remember, rejection is God's protection. That can be a beautiful gift of time for you to go within and gain all this extra knowledge and benefit and how how the angels and the spirit world is going to support you. And we're talking about that from the highest of high energy, light, God, all of that. Yeah. And letting your beautiful, vibrant colors to be seen, and to receive. Definitely to receive. And where is it leading to? It's leading to you being powerful. And look at that. Look at that. The power is in your hands. And look, I mean, you know, she's creating positive change in the world. That's how I choose to see this card. She's creating miracles in her own life because she allowed herself to tap into her power. Own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. The world is your oyster. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Have an amazing day. Let me know what you're taking away. And remember, if you enjoyed this, I would so appreciate a like, a subscribe. Any of that is always very helpful. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you again soon.